This is where legends stop surviving. They thought there was time. There never was. The symbols ignited. The villain organization retreated. But Ronaldinho's smile and the jester's echoing laugh were omens of a different end. You made it this far, but the real story is just beginning. The air in the hall of the smiling legend is thick, alive, breathing with an energy that feels ancient and absolute. I stumble forward, my body a wreck, every muscle screaming. Nothing makes sense. Why am I still standing? Neymar grabs my arm, his grip trying to ground me, to pull me back from the edge of panic. Look at me. We're alive. That's all that matters right now. But is just being alive enough when the world is breaking apart? The light in the hall dims, drawing our attention. From a throne made of living, pulsing energy, a figure descends. It's him, Ronaldinho Gaucho. He wears the Barcelona number 10 jersey, but this is no game. His aura is light, joyful, yet it carries a weight that crushes reality itself. The very air bends around his smile. He raises a single hand, and everything. The dust motes in the air, the frantic beating of my heart, everything just stills. A golden wave of energy explodes from him, surging outward in a silent, overwhelming tide. Instinctively, the other heroes raise their defenses, someone shouting, "Stop him." But the wave isn't an attack. It washes over me, and the deep gash in my side knits itself closed. The searing burns on Neymar's skin fade to nothing. Our breathing, ragged and desperate just a moment ago, becomes calm and steady. Our auras, once flickering like dying candles, now burn bright and aligned. In the complete silence that follows, Ronaldinho smiles. Relax. He looks directly at me, his gaze cutting through all the chaos, all the confusion. You're not alive by accident. His voice is gentle, but it carries the force of an unchangeable truth. I lock eyes with him, feeling a strange pull, a sense of destiny I can't comprehend. Inside you, there is a key. I open my mouth to demand what he means, but destiny is interrupted. Reality itself tears open a black, jagged wound in the fabric of the hall. From it emerges the demon, the same one from the first battle, but different. He's not enraged, not roaring with aggression. He is calm, darker, denser. His aura is no longer just power. It's pure, silent annihilation. Before anyone can even process his arrival, he moves. It's not a charge, not a blur of speed. It's a single, impossibly fast strike. One moment he's there, the next, the world goes black and silent. When the light returns, one of our own is on the ground, motionless. There's no blood, no wound, just an absence. A life extinguished so completely it leaves a vacuum. Terror, cold, and absolute fills the air. No, Neymar's whisper is a broken, fragile thing. The demon slowly turns, its movements deliberate, unhurried. Its eyes, voids of nothingness, lock onto me, and then he begins to walk. Each step is a death knell, but he doesn't get far. Ronaldinho steps forward between me and the demon, and his aura explodes. It's not just power anymore. It's a statement of dominion. The joyful light intensifies by 1,000, 3,000%. Gravity itself folds under the pressure. The marble floor fractures and splinters. The very light in the hall distorts, bending around him as if paying homage. He speaks, his voice still calm, but now infused with absolute command. Here, he pauses, letting the word hang in the shattered air. I command. The demon, facing this impossible display of power, does something unexpected. He smiles, a thin, cruel curve of his lips. We'll see. And with that single phrase, reality itself begins to scream as their two auras collide. As if drawn by the cataclysmic clash, new wounds tear open in the sky. Mechanical portals, cold and precise, hum into existence. From the central one, a figure appears, Elon the Machine Man. His presence is the antithesis of the chaotic energy filling the hall. He is cold, silent, calculating, and behind him, an army, thousands of synthetic soldiers, their forms identical, their weapons designed for logic and extinction. His eyes, devoid of emotion, scan the scene. Observation complete. The mechanical gaze lands on me, lingers for a fraction of a second too long. Prepare for total engagement. Instantly, the heroes who are still standing take formation. A desperate line against two impossible fronts. The demon simply watches, a flicker of interest in his dead eyes, amused by the unfolding chaos. Total war ignites. The hall becomes a maelstrom of destruction. Heroes clash with the machine army. Energy beams, golden and chaotic, collide with blasts of cold, calculated plasma. The sky outside the hall splits open, and the ground itself disintegrates under the sheer force being unleashed. Driven by a desperate, nameless rage, I charged forward, only to be thrown back effortlessly by a single synthetic soldier. Neymar shields me with a wall of unstable, flickering flame, his own power stretched to its limits. And through it all, Ronaldinho does not move. He only watches the war he could end in an instant, his expression unreadable. Not yet. His voice is a low whisper, meant only for himself, a promise of something more terrible to come. The futility, the confusion, the pain. It all boils over. I scream, my voice breaking with the weight of it all. What am I? Finally, Ronaldinho turns his gaze from the battle and looks at me. He walks toward me, unhurried, the war parting before him like the sea. The blasts, the screams, the chaos, none of it touches him. He places a hand on my chest, right over my heart, and in that instant, time freezes. The explosions hang silent in the air. The screams are trapped in throats. Every particle of dust, every drop of sweat is suspended. There is no sound, no movement, only his voice, clear and final, echoing in the stillness of my mind. You are not the weapon. He lets the words sink in, a beat of absolute silence that redefines everything I thought I knew. You are the lock. And just as violently as it stopped, time resumes. The demon lets out a low, guttural laugh. Interesting. The machine man's eyes glow with a sudden intensity, processing the new information. Data confirmed. The war is no longer a battle, it's an apocalypse. Explosions rock the very foundations of reality. More portals are opening, more screams, more commands lost in the deafening chaos. This isn't the end of the war. It's the beginning. I stand, my body whole, my Portia and the number 7 jersey somehow intact. But something inside me has changed. My aura is no longer wild and desperate. It's controlled, dense, inevitable. The confusion is gone, replaced by a cold, hard certainty. I look at Ronaldinho, the architect of this revelation, the king on a shattered battlefield. My voice is calm, filled with a resolve I've never known. Then teach me if you made it this far. You're already chosen. Like, follow, and subscribe for what comes next.